All right, here we go. Dear Life from the Path. My youngest grown son discovered that his girlfriend, his possible future wife, was texting pictures of herself to his stepfather. Needless to say...
Wait, say that again.
I got lost.
Oh, wow.
No more groaning. Dial it back. My youngest grown son discovered that his girlfriend, his possible future wife, was texting pictures of herself to his stepfather. Needless to say, he told her the relationship is over. Now, for obvious reasons, he no longer wants to be around his stepfather and is deeply concerned about how it will affect his relationship with his mother, my ex-wife. They are close, which I encouraged, but she seems to be in denial about the situation. Have you any suggestions on how to be supportive of my son and all the dynamics? Too much drama in Missouri. So I like how, just to start, I like how he framed this question. I feel like this is a healthy question.
Yeah. I mean, what was stepdad doing? It doesn't really say what stepdad was doing with it. He just was getting them. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, and yeah, are they selfies? Are they, candid? Are they?
I think he was trying to tactfully say that they may be
They're
some
the
bad
next
pictures.
level.
I'm not going to assume that. Just call them pictures for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no good that comes out of that.
Okay, so let me make sure that I'm trying to give the answer the question.
Yeah. Answer his question. Have you any suggestions on how to be supportive of my son and all the dynamics?
So this is the father,
His dad.
of the son,
Yep.
talking about his relationship, his son's relationship
With his
with
mom, his
stepfather.
stepdad, and maybe the girlfriend, ex-girlfriend.
well, they ought to start all get in one room and say this has been really awkward. Let's have a conversation because the girlfriend's out of the picture now, correct?
Yeah. Sounds like it.
So it's like, okay, this was some pretty freaky stuff. Let's have a conversation. This is what happened. Let's get the real facts out, not the emotion. This is what really happened. Going forward, how are we going to keep this from happening and put some boundaries in place? I think that's appropriate.
Yeah, it says the mom, she seems to be in denial about the situation.
I think the whole fact is that not only boundaries need to be set up between the son and the stepdad, but also boundaries need to be placed within a marriage between the mom and the stepdad himself. It sounds like it's not really something that just all happened all of a sudden, because that's not something that comes out of nowhere. That's something that the stepdad's struggling with, and that I think is more of a relationship that maybe with the mom and the stepdad building that and building those boundaries and building that trust level is then going to make the son feel more comfortable in coming back into that situation once it's been addressed, once it's been adjusted. I think that's the best concept out of all of it.
Yeah, I guess I would be concerned as the son if my mom seems to not be dealing with this or kind of taking his side blindly. I'm like, that's not only for that particular situation, but like that doesn't speak
Just
very
in
positive
general,
thing about
yeah.
I would think that's a
Well,
problem.
and you kind of would assume that it's happened more than. I mean, that can't be the only inappropriate thing in their marriage. If he's texting back and forth with a teenage girl or a 20-year-old,
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
that
I'm trying to
started.
figure out how did it get started?
Right.
How did they get each other's number? Which that's okay. I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, they
But
could
like,
end
did
up.
he say, "Hey, can I get a picture of you?" I mean, what?
Does it matter? Does it really matter?
Well, that's
don't
the
know.
concept where they need to sit down and adjust why this happened and how it happened and how it's not
Yeah.
going to happen.
I would want to know all of
again.
that if I was the son.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Reset
Here's
the
our
boundaries.
boundaries, and
Exactly.
here's where you are influencing in my life and also influencing my mother's. Let's build this wall again.
yeah.
It's like, you were married to my mother, who should be the only woman you have eyes for.
You're in a
And
different
then
generation.
Not only was it another woman that you had eyes for, it was my possibly future wife that you have had eyes for.
Let me read you a list of 10 things not to marry.
You're number 11.
The weird stepfather, number 11.
Now here's the deal. Like, take away that's the stepfather. I'm not sure that I'd be too enthusiastic about meeting the man who I think has broken up my potential future marriage. However, I feel like I should feel pretty blessed for the perspective now.
Oh,
he
for
saved
sure.
it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he creeped. I'll give you that. But when that happened kept me from marrying this woman who was obviously at least susceptible to creepers, if not encouraging of.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's a tough perspective, but maybe shake his hand. Thanks, brother. You're a creeper. But you really saved me some trouble.
Save me money and time and struggle.
Yeah.
Charles, you're
Shake
creepy.
his hand, but do the little,
Thanks.
Yeah.
the one finger creepy.
All right.
No, you give a long hug. 2 hands on the back rub in the middle of hug.
All right, here's the deal. If you're listening on 99.3 KTA, I have got to let you go. If you want to know the secular answer to that particular question, you're going to have to check the podcast. Don't worry, it's dead free because I couldn't charge my mama for it. It's not that good. But you can catch us after the podcast. Go to lifewiththepath.org. You can click on the top right-hand side. You can download the podcast, or you can just listen to it straight on that page. If you're listening on the podcast, we will see you in just a few minutes. Thanks for listening to Life with the Path.